Definitely in Ethiopia there's a war, and the war has been going on for the last 1 year, exactly last week. And the war, I think most of the people know historically, there were the TPLF, the Great Liberation Front, who went to the bush to liberate Ethiopia, to liberate themselves from Ethiopia. And about 27 years or a year ago, so almost 30 years ago, in 1991, with the help of the US, Ethiopia were handed over to them. And the country that they thought of wanting to secede from, they led it for 27 years. I was abroad as a human rights activist. I got involved in human rights because in the Gambela region of southwest of Ethiopia, in December 13, 2003, 424 Anuak were massacred. And those people were killed because they opposed the government systems. From that on, I got involved in the human rights work, where I was, almost testified at I went and testified at the US Congress, European Union, UK, some of these countries, for almost 17 years. Back then, the system that the TPLF was brought to power, or brought to Ethiopia, they introduced in what I call institutionalized tribalism and ethnic federalism, where the Ethiopian people were given an identity. And instead of we, the people of the country, like any civilized society, Ethiopians were given three description: nation, nationality, people groups. The regional were divided by what they call kilil, cages. Kilil means a cage. It is animal that you cage not to get out. The regions were named after the ethnic groups that live in that areas. They led the country by iron fist. At the bankroll of the Western government, they supported them even when it was war on terror. They were terrorizing the Ethiopian peoples and get away with it, with what the Western. Until 2018, with the young people rise up, the TPLF lost the power. The system they had was, it's more like a prenup agreement for a marriage. Prenup agreement, a poor person wanting to marry a rich person, the rich person will say that you have to sign this under my term, and when we divorce, you don't get nothing. And the TPLF constitution was up to that. That's Article 39 that say that you're up to secession. It's only when they are in charge of the countries, things can be okay. Anyone else is not acceptable. And when they lost power, it became obvious. The group packed their bag and went to their regions. People tried to have a negotiation and talk. It did not work. Exactly a year ago, they attacked the Ethiopian northern commands. The war broke out, and that's the war that's been going on. In June, the Ethiopian government pulled out from there. And then they called a ceasefire. Instead of stopping that, they follow. The war spread to Afar regions, spread to Amara regions. All the Western government knows, the Western media know the truth, the Ethiopians know the truth. What's going on right now in the countries? The report we are getting from the Western medias and some Western government is biased, strong, immoral, to tell something which is not. Yes, as I say that I'm a human right, I believe that this world will be in a better place when we have a leader and authority that put humanity before any other things. So the report we get from there and what's going on in Ethiopia is totally different. Last week, the US put Ethiopia on the number 4 alert, equivalent to when Pakistan, Kabul, when people were falling up from airplanes. It's not here in Ethiopia. Last week, within 4 days, 72 false information were released. The list can go on. The CNN reported that and taking a picture from a documentary they did a year ago and say that these are the outskirts of Addis. The question is, everything is about the human right. The human right can only be based on the truth. So everything is about something else. It is the Ethiopian interest. We have been here before. In Gaddafi, before they overthrew the Gaddafi government, we've been here. Before Saddam government was overthrown, we've been there. It was repeated Saddam, Usama, Gaddafi. And now we have seen this. So to the Western medias, to others, you can do better than this. Ethiopian problem is created by the Ethiopian, and Ethiopian can help it. Injustice that is going on through the TPLF or through the government, it is the Ethiopian. Ethiopian would be the one who will care more about their fellow brother and sister. The Tigrayan are Ethiopian citizens, the Ethiopian here are Ethiopian citizens. So please, for the medias, stop making the Ethiopian panic. Stop telling things that which is not truth. And don't terrorize the peoples. If you think there's a problem in Ethiopia, come and take your citizens. If you think there's a problem, see in your plan and take them away. And for the Ethiopians who are abroad and outside, the hatred will not free us. It is the hatred caused the problem. But also that to you, rally will not bring freedoms. So you have, the Ethiopian people have to unite. This problem was created by us. It is us who can solve it. Nobody else. Some country can try to create the kind of government they want, but if Ethiopians say no, it's no, it's no. And to the rest of the Africans, the Ethiopian problem is an African problem. We've been there before. I always say that no one will be free until all are free. There's no any other African country will be free until Ethiopia is free. No one country will be free until all are free. Ethiopian problem is an African problem. And Ethiopian problem is humanity problems. Let's approach it as a decent human being, not trying to play a dirty games. So for all who are listening, there's a problem in Ethiopia. But that problem, people will sort it Ethiopian, not UN Security Councils, not Washington, D.C., not European unions. At the end of the day, the one who are dying is our family, not your families. At the end of the day, we feel the pain of our peoples. This problem was created by a politician, but Ethiopian can find a way to solve it. But don't pour the fuels into this problem that we have. It is an Ethiopian problem, and Ethiopian can solve it. For the whole Ethiopian who are abroad and the one in the country, I want to end it with this. It is your life. It is your future. It is the future of your children. Nobody else. This is your problem. It is you who can solve it. Don't set aside. Wait for somebody else to free you. It is your problem, as I repeated. To Ethiopian intellectuals, where are you? Ethiopian religious leaders, where are you? Ethiopian elders, Ethiopian mothers who carry their babies, you know what it means. There are many of us who are suffering today in every corner of these countries. Who are you waiting for? It is your problem. It is our problem. And I don't lose hope. We are the solution to this problem. Thank you.